Well, shall we begin? Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, Bravestar1, back here again, and tonight I'm going to be talking with you about Game of Thrones, Season 7, Episode 1, Dragonstone. Alright, let's get to talking. Alright, well, let's talk about the first scene of the show, and it's about Walder Frey. When I first saw him, I was like, what the hell are you doing up there? And yeah, it turns out that it wasn't Walder Frey after all. It was basically Arya. And yes, she took Walder Frey's face and used his clothes and poisoned a lot of the important Frey people. And afterwards, he just gets rid of the whole costume and walks out like a boss. And she doesn't care the servant girls, right? Yeah, she didn't care if the servant girls saw her and knows her face, whatever, right? She did her job, and she's going through a dark path, and I'm not sure if she's going to be alive for the whole series. I don't know. I don't know. She can get killed around the end of the series, or maybe the end of this season. I really don't know. Fair game, right? What else is there to talk about? Oh, see, I got my notes right here. Okay, and we're talking about the undead White Walker giants. Oh my god. Oh, they have so much brute strength and numbers. So, too bad for one's brothers though. I think the last time I saw them was in Hardhome. Was it 2 seasons ago? With that much giant strength, it's gonna be crazy. Mira finally got to the wall with Bran. And what's his face? Edison? Yeah, he is the new Night's Watch Lord Commander, and that's good for him. You know, he needs someone reliable to take care of some business and on the wall and make sure everyone's in order. And yeah, it finally, I thought that that Mira and Bran won't be arriving the wall until like the middle of the season. But yeah, I'm glad that's over with. Get that part of the story moving, because it's about time. It's about time that Bran gets away from the snow and into some warm sunshine, and who knows, maybe him and Mira hook up and have a little baby Stark. You know, I don't know. We shall see. Boss Lady Lyanna Mormont. Oh man. And yeah, I'm really liking this character. Yeah, she stood up to the one of the lords in that meeting place with Jon Snow and Sansa and Littlefinger. What's Littlefinger still doing over there? And yeah, and she says that that it's okay for her, it's cool for her to have daughters, girls, right, being trained to fight the Nightwalkers, right, as well as joining with the guys. So I think she says that all the women, all the women in her house, right, will be trained how to fight. Because Jon Snow says that they need all living Northerners to take care of this Nightwalker business, because I think their numbers are not as strong as they thought it would be. I mean, they have the wildlings, but sure, you know, and they all the help they can get. Oh man, White Walkers don't care if you're a boy or a girl as long as you're dead. Yeah, they don't care at all. They don't care. They just want their numbers growing and growing and dominate the whole world. And yeah, the Northerners don't want that. And yeah, I've noticed too, I wrote down here, Sansa. Sansa is more savage than usual. You ever notice? Okay. She says something about giving the castle to the lords that fought for Jon Snow. Okay, that sounds reasonable. And kick out all the, was it the Umbers and the Karstarks, leave them homeless. And it's like Jon Snow's like, no, I don't think so, right? And don't undermine my authority. Respect my authority, okay? I mean, not exactly like that, you know, saying in front of all people, but like they had a little conversation earlier. No, not sorry. Later on. And it's like Jon Snow said earlier, that they need all the people that they can gather to help, right? Doesn't matter if they're Umber or Karstarks. Well, and it says something about the sins of the is it the sins of the sons? The sins of the sons, right? It doesn't apply to the people that are not involved in the conflict. So I think something like that. Anyways, something about sons. Anyway, and then I saw, was it Alice Karstark and was it Ben something? Yeah, two little kids. And really, Jon is going to kick them out of their castles, leave them homeless, just because Sansa told them to. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, they'll remember. The Karstarks and the Umbers fought for Ramsay, right? And I don't know. Jon Snow can forgive, but again, we'll see. I thought Jon Snow made the right call. I mean, he got himself like two more allies. They could be just like Lyanna in the future, right? And you know, two people that are again loyal to him. So okay, that's a good thing, right? That's a plus. Sansa is pretty savage. Well, I'm thinking about it too. What made her that like that? So it's probably because of the company that she was with. Okay, that made her like that. You know, because in the beginning of the seasons, she was all, you know, like crying and afraid and feeling helpless because of Joffrey. Oh boy. Joffrey, Cersei, and then Ramsay, of course. And then she learned a lot, of course, from them, and of course she learned a lot from Littlefinger. Littlefinger is again, you know, hanging around in Winterfell and can't go home to the Vale. I don't know why. Right? He did his job, you know. He helped out the soldiers, the Stark soldiers and Stark Alliance and last season. So yeah, there's always something with them. Well, yeah, that's him. as usual, I think that he always wants Sansa Stark's fire crotch. I guess that's what all comes down to it. Her vag. Okay? Does it have to be as simple as that, or it could be more complicated? It could be both. I don't really. Yeah. Cersei and Jaime have a little talk, and there was a big map that was painted by one of the servants, and they're just trying to figure out what move will Daenerys will use, later on to take care of all the Lannisters and take over Westeros. So basically, what they were trying to figure out is the best way to take care of Daenerys, and I think it's that place, Dragonstone. Right? I didn't know about this. That's like the first place. It's like their home base. That's right. That's what I should say. The home base of the Targaryens back in the day. Yeah, but the thing is, right? It's way down south, right? And down south of King's Landing, there is like what? The Tyrells and the Martells and all these other kingdoms. They're like against Cersei. So to get to them, you have to go through to those people. Or I don't know, they can sneak around. I really don't. I'm really not sure. They needed allies. And the ally, it seems to be, is Euron Greyjoy. Big bad Uncle Greyjoy. But isn't it last season that he wanted to have the sex with the Daenerys, right? And not Cersei. No, I don't think so. No, he says that he wants to have the sex with the Daenerys, right? And yeah, it's interesting though. Why would he ally himself with the Lannisters? And then backstabbing later on in the future. That's what I was thinking. And Sam Tarly. Well, okay. In this part of the show, I was a bit, antsy because I want him to find something that will help Jon Snow get some things to defeat the White Walkers, right? So what did the maesters over there made him do? Clean the bedpans and they clean the shitters and be like a servant, right? Okay, I was like, come on, dude, do something, and get to finding stuff for Jon Snow, because the longer you waste time, the longer it is that you get to find the stuff that you need, and time, right? Running out of time. Need to help Jon Snow out. So, okay, so he finally steals the key to one of those Grand Maesters, right? And he enters one of the forbidden places of the library. Ooh, okay, there he is. Got one of the books, all right. And then later on, he was reading through it, or just maybe skipping some pages, because when he was reading it, he was like bored out of his wits. All right. Then he saw it. He saw the map of the of Westeros, and there was a certain location. It's like all dark, and it's like, oh, that must be the location of the dragon class. Like, Oh, he needs to take that to Jon Snow. Okay, finally, there's some progress on this part. Okay, and Sam and Gilly, okay, good. Still together, they're not separated, right? They're like in the same room with little Sam, and that's good. Oh, that's right. Another important thing. When Sam was doing one of his duties as a maester in training, wow, it's gonna take like a few 30-40 years so he could become a maester. Really? Not good. Need to get along, get a move on, quick time. Well, anyway, in one of his duties, right? He was like taking out one of those cups or bowls. Sorry, bowls. Taking the dirty bowls and putting it in these containers. You know, taking it to the kitchen or whatever, doing some useless kitchen stuff, right? Anyways, when he was about to reach the dirty bowl, all right, and then taking away, all of a sudden a hand comes out, boom, and it has all the stone skin. Yeah, it has a skin like all like gross and it's like it looks scaly. It's supposed to be stone, huh? And then of course you hear the voice, and it's Mr. Friendzone himself, Jorah Mormont. Okay, he can't stay there, but he has to. My guess is that he's trying to find out the cure for his stone sickness. I don't know. Maybe Sam might find a cure for him. Quick time, because he has that forbidden book, right? He'll find a cure much more faster than these maesters who were doing like extra useless stuff, stuck to their routine. No, Sam Tarly will look in the book, find a cure, right? Because you know he's a smart guy. Okay, he'll do that. He'll cure Mr. Friendzone, and then him and Sam, Mr. Friendzone, Jorah Mormont, and Gilly will travel all the way back to Westeros, or maybe to Dragonstone. Okay, yeah, that's right. Send a message to Jon Snow. Oh, there's Tormund. Says you're a very lucky man. Was it? Oh, yeah. You want some action with Brienne of Tarth. If it's some sword fighting action or romantic action or any kind of action, right? And yeah, it's funny actually. It's quite amusing. It's a good thing to watch, right? I don't want Game of Thrones to be too dark, right? It has gotta have some some bright spots here and there, right? Just a bit of a break. Yes, I'm in love with the shape of your face. I'm gonna cut it out and I'm gonna use it to get into King's Landing. Oh ah, oh ah, oh ah, oh ah. It'll be a faceless body. Oh, the Hound. Okay, and last season, I think I remember. Okay, the Hound hooked up with one of the the group of people. It's like the Brotherhood, some kind of Brotherhood, right? The Brotherhood of Light, the Brotherhood of the Lord of the Light. I think that's the whole title of it. I have to rewatch season 6 again. Anyway, all right. They're all cold and they need some rest, so they found an abandoned house, or seems to be abandoned house, right? There are no animals, no smoke coming out of the fireplace. So okay, it's abandoned. They can use it. They'll they'll spend the night in that house and get some rest, so they'll be refreshed and do their mission. Meanwhile, right, while they're inside, they found a corpse of a father and the daughter, and yeah, it seems like that's the people that he was being a dick to earlier in the seasons, because in the preview there was a father and a daughter, right? The father was knocked out, I don't know, he was bleeding, and then the daughter was just over her father, making sure that he was alright, but doesn't seem to be alright. And ended up that the father and the daughter died because of starvation. That sucked. It sucked so much, and he was feeling kind of remorseful about that. So he did like a very nice thing, I guess. You know, he buried the corpses, right? Buried the father and the daughter. Yeah, so so he's feeling pretty bad about that. And finally, Daenerys gets to her home base, the Targaryen stronghold, Dragonstone. All right, and she was with Tyrion, and there was a miniature model of the map of Westeros, and she says, "Oh, shall we begin?" Yes, that's right. They're going to begin all the planning, what positions and what place should she attack, and where to place her armies, all these strategic military stuff. And yeah, that's it basically. It's you know, Game of Thrones season 7 episode 1. Everybody's gonna gather to that place, I think, right? Because Jon Snow needs to have the dragon glass, right? To make weapons, right? To fight the Night Walkers. Well, Cersei, right, with her army, has to get through the Tyrells and the Martells to get to Dragonstone, right? To you know, to take care of Daenerys. Whereas Daenerys, right, she's trying to get up to King's Landing, but you know, she has to know the area, know the whole land. Okay, she has to know how to maneuver all these different stuff that's on the way to King's Landing. Right? It's a new environment for her. Right? Yes. Thanks very much for watching the video. Yes, it has been a long time since the last video. Very busy. You know, it's life, but still. Yeah, I should do more videos. And Game of Thrones, these little spoilerific talks are a good start. Well, hope I didn't bore you so much. Well, I hope you're at least entertained. Anyway, thank you very much again for watching the video. Really hoping more videos coming your way soon. So until then, take it easy, take care, and have yourselves a great day, afternoon, and